Welcome. I cannot wait to share this last part of my experience with you. Stay tuned. Because as I am saying now, this is how many years ago? This is more than 7 years ago. I have not gone back on medication. I have not had those symptoms before. And what that journey did for me was teach me that when there are issues and situations of life, how do we deal with that? And teach me how reliable God is. Teach me that when they say He is our counselor and our comforter. So during that process, I got to experience all these sides and all these elements of God, all these attributes and all these characteristics of God. The comforter, He was there in the middle of the night when I couldn't figure things out, and He continues to be. Even today, when I go through situations and circumstances, I know how to run to the Word of God because all solutions are found in there. When it comes to parenting, if I have any issue with parenting, He is there. If I have an issue in my finances, in the Word is the solution, and the prayer that I pray is directed exactly at the issue that I would be facing in that moment, and He is able to come through. He continues to come through in a way that He should as I continue to address these issues as based on the Word of God. So the tools that I needed, I kept on talking about tools, that I didn't have tools to deal with this thing. And as I go up and down with the therapist and going up and down with the doctors, they continue to provide support according to the system that they know and according to, as far as they could. But when they reached their limit, God was there to pick me up. God was there to say there is a better way. And the tools that I used to overcome my depression from the spiritual perspective and be set free once and for all was to allow God to step in and be center of my life, and to allow Him in and open up myself and say, here is where I am bleeding. And the wounds were septic. They were so septic. They were so infected. They were actually causing, such a havoc. I was basically malfunctioning. For one to get to a point where you are depressed is because those wounds are so septic, they are causing a breakdown in your own functioning system. And from there, today, life is so much better. I cannot sit here and lie and say everything is perfect. But sometimes I look at my life and I'm like, my goodness, there's so much going on, and I'm at peace. So if it was the old me, this would have broken me down. I mean, last year alone was such a challenging year. It was such a year of so many battles, but I was able to weather that because I wasn't alone, and because I came into the year equipped with the tools of the kingdom. So there are tools of the kingdom that help us weather storms and that help us overcome. And that's how God was able to overcome for me. I sit here 7-8 years later, and that is a gone and almost, I cannot say forgotten, but it's a gone era. It's an experience that I went through, and I live to tell how God conquered for me. So for anyone who may be going through a similar situation where you went through trauma, because my depression was as a result of trauma. You went through trauma. For me, it was in my childhood. And it could be recent, it could be from way back. And, there are things that you cannot figure out. God is still the God of trauma. He knows everything. He created everyone. If there's anyone who knows the emotion of a human being, who knows what we feel and identifies with us, it's definitely Him. So the go-to is the Word of God. All solutions are found in there. That will build up your faith. That will cause you to have a healthy perspective on Him, a healthy perspective on yourself, how He sees you and how you need to see yourself, perception of life, and also perception of your situations and circumstances, that you don't get so overwhelmed, that you don't get so worried about things and get so taken, and eventually this becomes a build up to then a state of depression or some kind of anxiety whatsoever. So we really thank God. I thank God for what He has done for me, and I thank God for the privilege to come and share this with you. Allow me to thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and tune in for more.